I just wanted to do a short 6-month update review on our Jayco Hummingbird. This is a 2017 16FD model. We purchased it back in February. We actually have over 10,000 miles under the wheels already since February. And so we've stayed, I believe, 29 nights in the trailer in total. We've taken it to places such as Myrtle Beach, northern Georgia. We took it out west all the way to Grand Tetons, Yellowstone, Colorado, and then most recently we went out east to Ocean City, Maryland, and then drove the Blue Ridge Parkway with it. So just thought I'd give you a quick update on what we think of the trailer and some of the modifications we've made. I will just tell you right up front, we love this trailer. This is the 7th trailer that we've owned over the course of, I believe, close to 15 years, and it is one of our absolute favorites. One of the reasons I love it is it tows amazingly. I'm actually towing with this 2014 Toyota 4Runner SR5. So it's just a base model, and it pulls it wonderful. One of the things I love most, as I mentioned in my first video, is the fact that you see the actual wheels. So it's a foot narrower than most of the trailers that we had looked at or had owned prior, and so I have absolutely no issue seeing behind me using just my regular mirrors on the vehicle. Also, this particular model is 18 foot 8 inches total length, and so I can back it in very easily, and we get into some really nice campsites that you normally wouldn't with a larger trailer. So just love that, love the way it tows. I am using, and I will show you here in just a second, a sway bar, and periodically I will throw weight distribution on. I don't know that you need weight distribution, we just owned it already, so I figured I would use it. And I primarily like using it when I'm hauling with the water tanks full. So let's go ahead and start taking a look at some of the things that I like and some of the things that maybe we've had an issue with. So there's the sway bar I'm using, and again, I've had that for close to probably 15 years, and we just keep moving it from trailer to trailer, but you can pick those up very inexpensively if you choose. I did add the bike rack, and here's what I love the bike rack. I get more compliments at campgrounds about this bike rack than I do anything else, because it utilizes space that normally is just wasted space on a trailer. I actually purchased this aftermarket through Amazon. I think I paid $169. It probably took me no more than 30 minutes to install, because literally you remove the 3 bolts from your jack stand, take your jack stand out, and then put the brace in, and they send you 3 longer bolts, and that's it. And then the rest of it just goes together quickly. What was the real time-consuming thing is figuring out where you want to place all of these pins for your bikes, and it took me about an hour to do that. The front bike loads and unloads very easily. The back bike, I will be honest, is a real pain to unload, because I'm constantly afraid I'm going to hit the backside of the trailer. Now, when you're traveling, I always, try to make sure that my pedal, and you can see it, that pedal is actually a little closer than I like. Normally I have it up higher, and evidently it fell during travel. But that's the amount of movement you get. There's just not much movement there, which is great. What we've started doing, because it's so hard to unload and load that back bike, is I just go ahead and remove this pin each time. I take the front bike off, and then I just lift the whole stand off, and then take the stand off the bike, or put the bike on the stand and then reload using that. And I found that's a better solution. So I have to be honest, trailer tires have always been a real contentious point with most trailer owners. It seems like they put really cheap ones on. We have over 10,000 miles on these tires, and honestly, they still look great. And that has not been the case in the past. So I don't know if Jayco's actually put a better tire on here or what. Normally by now I would have went out and bought new tires just as a prevention, but with these I'm not sure I'm going to, because I'm just not seeing a lot of tread wear with the number of miles we've put on already, like I've seen on other trailers. So one of the things I've been disappointed in, and I don't know if there's an issue or what, but the gray tank drains very slowly. I've never had a gray tank drain as slowly as this one does. So I may have our dealer take a look and just see if, I don't know if there could possibly be something up there slightly blocking the opening, but typically on all my other trailers, when you open the gray tank, I mean, it comes out quickly. And this will come out with a little bit of a burst, but it literally takes several minutes for it to completely drain. So not a big deal, but it does make me wonder if there might be a slight issue. We were concerned about what do we do when we get someplace if we want to take our bikes and the bike trail is not right there. So I added, and again, Amazon, I think this was maybe $15 or $20, but just a little receiver, and then we carry our actual bike rack that goes on our car. And so what we do is when we get there, if we want to take the bike someplace, I just pull this off the trailer, put it on the car, and then load our bikes. It seems to work great. Still love the electric awning, no issues there. Let's go inside. One of the things I added was this low flow aerator for the sink faucet. Now my wife actually uses the sink to wash her hair, and the one that came on it just poured out of there. And with the Hummingbird, you only have 25-gallon gray, 25-gallon black, and 25-gallon fresh, so we really needed to conserve water. And these that I bought actually are a half gallon per minute, but you still get a very good flow. And so she can wash her hair and not worry about how much water she's using up, because she's only going through approximately a half gallon per minute on those. These were purchased off of Amazon. I want to say if you bought one, I want to say it was something like $5, but you could buy a whole pack of them. I think I got a pack of 5 for $8. And so I definitely have extras, plenty of those. But that's one of the additions we've made. This, nice thought by Jayco, but honestly, I don't know what they were thinking. This is not big enough, nor is it deep enough for paper towel, so we do not use it for paper towel. We just put our washcloth over it. You can see we're using this for things like our dish soap, hand soap, and I carry a few spices for cooking. Again, I just think sometimes they don't think practically. They think they're adding something that we can use, but it's like nobody ever thought, will a paper towel roll actually fit there? So we just added one of these cheap 99-cent paper towel rolls up here. We also added a mirror here, just for another mirror in here. So the bed, okay. The mattress after 12 nights was showing impressions. It was uncomfortable, at least to us. So we ended up purchasing the Zinus 8-inch memory foam mattress. Right there it is. Okay, we purchased that off Amazon. The RV Short Queen is what I believe they call it. We paid around $170. This thing is very comfortable. Now we also have this memory foam and topper. This was $150 at Big Lots. Now the only reason that's on there is because we owned it from a prior trailer, and since we owned it, we said let's throw it on. But I can tell you we have the same mattress in our trailer in Florida. Yes, we do. We have a travel trailer parked on a seasonal lot in Florida. We purchased it, and all that's on there is this 8-inch memory foam mattress, and it's comfortable by itself. So we're really happy with that mattress. We were not happy with the one that came with the trailer, but we are happy with this one. The making of the bed, I see so many comments on Facebook, YouTube, forums, things like that. No, you can make this bed, it's just not pretty. And my recommendations are you start in the 2 back corners and you work your way out, and you can make it. Currently we're in the process of unloading the trailer, so that's why it's not made up. But it is not easy to make, but it can be done. As far as people getting in and out, we just have a simple rule. If one of us has to go to the restroom in the middle of the night, then the other person gets up and goes at the same time, and it's worked out perfect for us. We put in a lot of command hooks because, again, we like to use our up space, so we hang our Patagonia fleece over there. On these, we have our ball caps. We actually do like these mesh pockets. We carry a lot of, like here we've got our charging cables and remotes and things like that. The biggest issue we've had with this trailer, and if you've been watching our Going East and Going West series, you know it's our refrigerator. It works great on electricity, but it is not working properly on propane. And I pinpointed it to the point that what'll happen is I can have it cold on propane, and then when we leave, within 2 or 3 hours, if we stop and check it, it's up to 60, 70 degrees. So we're taking it to the dealer today. They've already worked on it once, and Norcold's saying there's nothing wrong with the refrigerator. They're saying Jayco installed it wrong. And so they're literally going to pull it out, build in some venting, and reinstall it. So we're hoping that gets taken care of. But that's really the only major issue we've had up to this point with the trailer. The trailer actually has a lot of these LED ceiling lights. You can see them here throughout. But what we found is at night, they're just a little too bright. And so what we've added are these puck lights that I bought last year around Christmas time at Costco. I actually have a remote control. I can dim them, and we set one here and one over here, and so in the evening when we're sitting around the table, we just turn those on. We really like them though in areas like the closet, because there's absolutely no lighting in the closet, and you can see that gives us light to be able to see our clothes. Another thing that we've done is I've got this metal rack that I found, and then I've added some bungee straps, and we use these small, I think we paid like 99 cents for these crates, and you can put clothes in them. And I've done the same thing down here. Now in this one, I just attached the bungees right to the frame. This is mine, and I keep my socks and things like that in there, and then the clothes. So those are a couple modifications, but the big one really are these puck lights, because you can see what a difference it makes in being able to see what's in your closet. The wet bath, just a couple more simple modifications. We ended up buying one of these oxygenetic low flow shower heads, and let's see if I can zoom in just so you can see. I'm not sure it's going to focus, but we bought this at Camping World. I actually had some gift certificates for there that they had sent me, so we went ahead and bought this. I believe this one was $37. It's supposed to be 2 gallons per minute, so that'll help save you water. There's actually 3 settings. The only thing I don't like with it is there's no actual off function. There's like a, well, in fact, let me just show you real quick here since we have water in the trailer. And so this is what it does. That's kind of their off position. And at first we didn't like that, but now we actually do, because it keeps warm water flowing. If you completely stop it, the water starts to get cold, and then you get that burst of cold. And you're really not using that much. And then let me just go ahead and show you. There's number 2, there's number 3. So those are the 3 settings on that. And now that we've gotten used to it, we actually really like it. And again, it's a low flow, 2 gallon, I believe, per minute on the open setting. We did install a toilet paper. Oops. We gotta get back. There we go. Bathroom's a little tight, so filming in here is not easy. You can see we have a toilet paper holder. Now the reason this green is around it, this green rubber band type thing, when we travel, our toilet paper was unrolling, so we just put that around to hold the toilet paper in place. We also installed, again, another one of those tap lights for in the middle of the night, that way you don't get hit with this bright LED. The Fantastic fan has been working out great. We love it, and this particular one that we put in has both the in and the out function, so we're real happy with the Fantastic fan. Let's step out of the bathroom and close that up. And this isn't really a modification per se, but I think some of you might enjoy this. So we seen this on another YouTube channel, Mandy Lee. I believe her last name's spelled L-E-A. She's a photographer, and she's been traveling the country, and she was in a tag, now she's in a tab. But one thing she was doing was she was buying these collector pins, and she actually had curtains made and was putting them on the curtains. What we're doing is, we love the idea so much, because it's a great way to remember where you've been, is we're buying pins, and my wife is just putting them into this piece above the curtains or the windows, and they literally just push in and stay in place. And so what'll be nice is we're going to have all these memories of places we've traveled. So these are all different places we traveled this summer, and then we've already agreed that next summer, when we travel again, we'll start on the other window, and that way it'll kind of separate out the years of travel. So these pillows are not just for looks. What we found is we both like to sit with our legs spread out to watch TV at night, and this little wooden ledge would literally just hit your back wrong. And so initially we bought these pillows. We got those at like a Home Goods, and they helped, but you could still feel the wood. And then when we were out in Jackson Hole, we found these decorative pillows, kind of like a barrel pillow, and they fit there just perfect. And that makes for a really comfortable backrest when you're sitting here, you know, and when you got your back to the wall. So just little add-ons that we're finding that we like. So I think that's about it. Like I said, we really haven't had any issues. other than the refrigerator. And so, and I truly believe they're going to get it fixed. So I would definitely buy this trailer again. We love the floor plan. For us, it works. And you know, I keep telling people on forums that are complaining it's too small. Small trailers are not everybody's cup of tea. And so, you know, you have to, you know, everybody has wants and needs, and there is no perfect trailer. And when you get one thing, you give up something else. I wanted easy towing. I wanted small so I could get into a lot more campsites. And so you're going to give up things. You're going to give up your bigger bathroom. You're going to give up your walk around bed. And so we're willing to do that, because what we find is we're just not in the trailer that much. We're out and about doing things, and so this serves our purpose. Final note, for those of you that know, Jayco actually on these trailers gives you a little plastic folding table, and ours is actually stored in this outside storage. And initially I thought, why would you want that? You know what? That table has been very handy. It pulls out quickly. It sets up outside. I can put the stove on it, or I can set the coffee maker or whatever. And so Jayco, thank you. That was actually a nice addition, at least for us. We're finding that works really well. So, okay, sure I didn't go through everything, but at least I give you a quick review that after 6 months, we love our trailer. We would buy it all over again, and we're completely happy. So, all right, thanks everybody for watching this video. If you have comments or questions, leave them down below, and I'll try to respond as quickly as possible. Please subscribe to our channel, Travels with Delaney. In case you're wondering, who's Delaney? Well, she's our 10-year-old Cocker Spaniel, and I always say if Delaney can't go, then we just don't go. So we will continue to be doing gear reviews. We'll be continuing to do travel videos, and for those of you that hadn't watched our videos before, we live in this beautiful split log home, and so I'm going to be doing some videos this winter about the home and some of the unique issues or things you have to do when you live in a log home. So we'll have all kinds of content on our channel. We also have a Facebook page, Travels with Delaney, and we have a Twitter account, Travels with Delaney. So please look us up. Thank you for watching, and everybody, we'll see you on down the road.